Hi everyone, this is Miss Maria from FoodCorps. Today I'm going to be talking about something called MyPlate. Have you ever heard of MyPlate? MyPlate was created to help us see what a healthy diet looks like on a plate. This is a blank MyPlate. What do you notice about it? You can see that there's a cup and a plate that's split into 4 different sections. Now, each of these sections is for a food group. Having a balanced diet means that we're eating foods from all 5 of these groups. Now, the 5 groups are fruits, vegetables, grains, protein, and dairy. Let's talk about what's in these 5 groups. First, we have our fruits group. Now, I'm going to list some different fruits, and I want you to give me a thumbs up if you have ever heard of or tried these fruits. Apple, mango, strawberry, blueberry, orange, pear. Have you ever tried any of those foods? If you have, you are eating fruits. Fruits are kind of sweet sometimes, and they grow on plants. Are there any other fruits that I missed? See if you can think of any other ones. Next, we have our vegetable group. Vegetables also are plants. Now I'm going to name some vegetables and give me a thumbs up if you have ever heard of them or tried them. Green beans, carrots, cucumbers, broccoli, corn. Have you ever heard of or tried any of those? If you have, you were eating from the vegetable group. Are there any other vegetables that I didn't name that you can think of? Next, we have our grains group. Now, grains can be a little tricky to point out what they are. They actually come from the seed of a plant, like wheat. Now, that seed is basically ground up and made into a flour a lot of times, which can then be made into things like bread and pasta. Now, I'm going to name a couple different foods that come from grains, and I want you to give me a thumbs up if you have ever tried it or heard of it. Crackers, bread, pasta, rice, tortillas, or cereal. If you have ever tried those or heard of those are things from our grains group. Next, we have protein. Protein's another one that's a little tough to put our finger on. Protein comes from animal products like meat and some plant products as well. And protein helps us get big, strong muscles and stay strong. Now, I'm going to name a couple protein foods, and I want you to give me a thumbs up if you've ever tried it or heard of these things. First, we have chicken, fish, meatballs, eggs, or beans. If you have ever eaten those things or heard of those things, those are all of our protein foods. Now, our last group on MyPlate is dairy. Now, dairy helps our bones stay strong because of the calcium, and our teeth stay strong. I'm going to name some dairy foods and give me a thumbs up if you've ever tried them or heard of them. First, we have milk. We also have cheese, and maybe if you don't eat milk, you might have lactate. That's another dairy food, or maybe soy milk if you have an allergy. If you've ever tried any of those foods, those are in our dairy group, which helps our bones and our teeth stay strong. We also want to make sure to have water every day. Water is not on my plate, but it's very important to keep our bodies healthy and hydrated. Now, we know it's important to have different kinds of foods every day, and a great way to do that is by eating school lunch. Here I have a picture of a school lunch that you might have, and we're going to see if we can name the 5 MyPlate categories that are in this lunch here. Now, let's see. First we have our fruit. Now, which of these foods is a fruit? The apple is a fruit. Next we have our vegetable. Which of the foods in this meal is the vegetable? The corn is the vegetable. Next we have our grains. Which of these foods is in our grains group? The rice is in the grains group. Now, which of these foods is in the protein group? The chicken is in the protein group. And our last one, the dairy group. Which of these foods is the part of the dairy group? The milk. All of the school lunches that you might try, they might be a little bit different, but they're all going to have these 5 groups. Next time you're eating your school lunch, take a look and see if you can figure out which groups are on your lunch tray. Thanks for learning about MyPlate with me. See you next time.